Your brain stops listening to people before you even notice, not because you're rude, because it already decided what they're saying doesn't matter. If you've ever nodded through a conversation and realized you absorbed nothing, if someone finished talking and your mind went completely blank, if you heard every word but somehow nothing registered, you're not broken. Your brain is running a filter you never installed, and it's making decisions about people faster than you can consciously process them. First, your brain doesn't listen to everyone equally. It allocates attention based on perceived value. Listen to how this works. Someone starts talking. Your ears hear the words. But before those words reach your conscious mind, your brain runs a millisecond audit. Does this person's tone signal importance? Does their body language show confidence or uncertainty? Does what they're saying connect to something I care about? If the answer is no, your brain doesn't reject them, it just deprioritizes them. The words enter, but they don't get processed. You look engaged, but internally you're running on autopilot, just waiting for your turn to speak or for the conversation to end. And here's the uncomfortable part. You don't choose this. Your brain does it for you, and you only notice after the fact, when someone asks, "So, what do you think?" and you realize you have no idea what they just said. Second, the people you forget aren't boring, they just failed your brain's relevance test. Your brain isn't listening for content, it's listening for signals. Someone speaks in a flat tone, your brain codes it as low priority. Someone hedges with maybe or I don't know, your brain interprets uncertainty as irrelevance. Someone talks at you instead of with you, your brain disengages to conserve energy. It's not that they're saying nothing important, it's that your nervous system decided they aren't important, at least not in that moment. And once your brain makes that call, the processing power just isn't allocated. And this is why some people keep repeating themselves. They feel unheard, but they don't know why, because the disengagement already happened silently. Third, you remember conversations that feel like threats or rewards. Everything else gets discarded. Here's what your brain actually prioritizes: threat, criticism, tension, social danger; reward, validation, useful information, emotional connection. Everything else, deleted in real time. That's why you remember the one comment someone made that felt like a jab, the advice that solved a problem you were obsessing over, the moment someone made you feel truly seen. But you don't remember the casual small talk, the polite updates, the stories that had no emotional weight. Your brain isn't malfunctioning, it's just brutally efficient, and it decided most conversations don't deserve permanent storage. So the next time you realize you weren't really listening, don't blame your attention span. Blame your brain's invisible triage system. Because here's what most people never realize. You don't forget conversations because you're distracted. You forget them because your brain already ran the numbers and decided they weren't worth remembering. It's not rude, it's not shallow, it's survival. Your brain has limited processing power, and it's not going to waste it on words that don't move you, threaten you, or change you. The people you remember aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones your brain decided mattered. And most people never realize they weren't ignored, they were filtered out. If you want to understand the invisible psychology behind how your brain actually works, the filters you never see, the decisions you never make, the patterns that run without permission, subscribe. And if you're curious why some conversations leave you drained before you even realize it, this video explores that pattern. We decode what your mind does in silence.